4 months ago. Yeah. No. I mean, obviously it was a good attacking performance. It wasn't great defensively, but there were some great connections. I thought, we finally, I think, got Vero, Sink, Alex, Ali all on the same wavelength, and it's taken us a good, 5-6 games. I mean, really, since Vero comes in, obviously she's changed the season for us, and I think it was just getting used to it. We've been working on runs with Alex and Sink with Vero, and they're starting to get closer and closer, I think, to what we really want. But I thought they were terrific today in the midfield up front. Amber held them together really well too. She needs a bit of credit because I think while everybody was running forward around her, she kind of held the position, and their best player was Leanne Sanderson, so I think she did a pretty good job on that. But now Alex and Sink are starting to find each other too, which everyone said they couldn't play together, and I think they can play together, and I think they're proving they can play together. And I think it was the second or third goal was a beautiful goal, like 6 passes inside a 5v2 kind of spot, a kind of area, 10 by 10, and I thought it was a lovely goal by Sink. But some of the goals were good highlights. I think Jess's goal again, she's come in the game and scored again, and she'll be leading scorer in the league tonight unless something changed. I don't know the other scores or what else happened, but I thought it was a good performance. In the back, we made it entertaining for sure. First half, I think we gave them 4 chances and they put 3 of them away, and we just mistakes, individual mistakes, and collectively we've got to work on the back line. You're not going to win a championship playing like that in the back. So our needs right now is to shore up the back line a little bit. And I think we're starting to figure out the final third of the field. And we've had as many shots in this game as in many other games up in the 20s and not come out with a win. So it's nice to start scoring goals and the ball going in the net and instead of hitting the post and going wide. So.
Do you detect some chemistry going on between particularly Alex and Christine in the box where they seem to have an idea where the other person's going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think, last year they said they couldn't play together. When I talked to them both on the phone prior to coming, they said, oh no, we can't play together. But they can, because they're really good footballers, both of them. And I think it's just a matter of the releasing the ball, the selfishness versus unselfishness, when to be unselfish, when to be selfish. And they seem to have figured that out, and I think that all the dictation of that comes from Vero, though. She's the one that holds the ball up. She twists and turns. She changes direction. Everybody thinks she's going that way, then she's the other way. And, I think our team's got used to that now. They don't go running in the direction Vero's running in. They run almost in the opposite direction, know that she's going to turn out and maybe look for a ball. And, she can beat, like I said, on the dribble. She can beat you with a pass. But I'm happy with Alex and Sink because we told them before the game, we thought they'd play similar to when they played in Seattle with 3 across the back line, and we figured that Alex would find some space and then Sink would find some space, and then they were able to find good space.
What was it like to finally see Christine come out with 3 goals in a game?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a frustrating season, I think, at times for her. But I think you can't take it away from the way she's played. I mean, her work ethic. She ran 8 miles in Chicago on Thursday night, and to turn that around 3 days later at that age and come and play like that was brilliant for us. And I really didn't want to take her off because I think she probably would have got a couple more. But obviously, looking ahead to Washington, we're going to need her in Washington on Wednesday. It's a huge game for us. So. Get her legs up. Was that the first hat-trick in the club? I don't know. Was that the first one? Yeah. So I think they crowned her. She got a crown thing from the crowd, so that's pretty cool. I think it's nice for Sink too because she's gone through a lot of posts and a lot of kick off the lines and header off the lines and just unfortunate incidents or great goalkeeping, and I think today she got her just rewards for all her hard work.
What do you guys need to do to shore up the defense and just kind of match what the offense is doing?
Yeah, I mean, one of the the opposite was early in the season, as you remember. We were getting nils and weren't giving goals away, and we wanted to play expansive soccer at the beginning. That was really our plan, and they just look a little bit rattled and a little bit nervous, and it's I think again going down 1-0 probably didn't help. Probably if it'd gone the other way and we got the first goal and they come back 1-1, I think it would have been maybe a little bit different for them. But they gave the goal away, and I think we got a little bit rattled. And they've got an experienced back line now. At the beginning of the season, we had Courtney Nimich, who's 21. We had Emily Menges, who's 21. We had, what's her name in the back, too? Another young player. Blows my mind at the moment, I can't remember. But we were young. And then Nikki Marshall, anchor in the back line, 25-year-old anchor in the back line. So now, we got some age back there, and we looked even more rattled today. But it could be just the day. I mean, in Chicago the other day, I thought we played with 3 in the back the other day, and they looked more comfortable with the 3 than they did tonight with the 4. But just got to work on it, get them on a practice field, and they're a great bunch. I mean, Rachel and Nikki and Emily and Steph and the group, they'll work their tail off. We made a big decision to pull Rachel. we played a lot of games recently, and we felt it was a decision to bring Nikki into the back, get some more speed in the middle of the back, and Huff would settle us down a little bit, which she did, because she's comfortable on the ball. She got hold of a couple of balls. She didn't rush it. She played with Amber a little bit on a couple of occasions just to slow the game down. So I think that worked out in our favour, and she's got to get on the practice field, which we don't have a lot of practice time, as you probably know. We're travelling first thing in the morning to Washington, get on the field tomorrow night at Washington, do a regen, and then Tuesday night we'll train and play Wednesday again.
What's going on with Tobin in the game?
Tobin's could be 2 weeks, looks about 2 weeks away. 10 days to 2 weeks. I think the PCL strain, LCL strain, something like that. We want her. I mean, obviously having that extra piece in the midfield helps. Huff did a good job, in all fairness to her. I thought she came in and did a really good job in the midfield for us, at the outside of the diamond. And Ali played well, and I think they played well. So I think it's easier coming into a group that's turn the corner in terms of at least offensively. But we need Tobin. She's a huge piece for us. And when we won last week against Kansas, I think everybody went, "Oh, finally we got everybody together," and here we are. And then we lose Tobin again. So she got the injury 5 minutes into the Chicago game. The game was stopped in Chicago for a couple of minutes, and we were going to pull her. Then she said, "No, I feel okay." And she played another 65, and then we pulled her out. But it's a big blow. There's no question. Rebecca Morris is out. Sinead Farrell, we had to pull her off the roster right before kickoff. She wasn't feeling good again. We pulled her out the other night in Chicago. She wasn't feeling well. So we're banged up a little bit. Rebecca Morris is out. Courtney Nimich is out. Jackie Acevedo will be back tonight from the Mexican national team. So we're at 15, 16 at this point. So keep trooping on as best we can.
Obviously, a pretty tough first half for you, very back and forth, but with the Thorns perhaps a little bit behind. How significant was that first goal for St. getting that early in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I wasn't very nice to the back four at half time and the goalkeeper, and I got to be honest with you. I had to go at them, and I just thought they could do better. I just thought it wasn't a very professional performance in the first half, and I had to go at them, and I thought the reaction was great second half. And certainly the goal, there's no question, getting ahead for the first time in the game settled us in and enabled us to stop playing. And I think the fifth goal came pretty quick. I don't think it was that long after we got the fifth one. And we had a couple, probably another 3-4 gilt-edged chances before Jess wrapped up. I've been told to tell everyone that should be on ESPN top 10. Not by Jess, but by a couple of other players on the team. So, but yeah, I think that was a key goal. There's no question. The Sink hat-trick was definitely one.
Last one about having wanting the home performances to be a place where you guys can
Yeah.
participate. In the last 2 games, you guys have done that.
It just means that we started the season 5 months ago and we should have started 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's a disappointment, This is the way we wanted to play, I think, from the beginning, but all the pieces went in here. I think it's probably a bit naive of us to think we could have done it, and we tried, and obviously it didn't pay off for us. But, we're peaking, I think, at a good time. I think we look good, and just got to keep pushing on. Again, we haven't been able to do it consistently, and I think that's the number one priority from here on, is just be consistent. Go out to Washington and get another good result and play really well, and then go to Seattle after that and try and get a result in Seattle. Put ourselves in a really good position for maybe a chasing of Kansas City, or at least to get a playoff spot, But we still want to try and get a home game. I mean, for those fans not to get a home game, it's almost sacrilegious, So we'll just keep working our tails off and hopefully give ourselves a chance. I think we'd have to go the rest of the way winning for us to get that spot, but we'll just keep plugging away. Most important is Washington. They're right with us, and our goal difference has certainly helped the last couple of games at home. So if we can keep doing that and keep plugging away. But I'm happy with the group. They've been doing the same things all season. It's just really hasn't fallen our way, and I feel like that maybe things are falling our way. They're peaking. I think the fitness level's peaking at a good time. So, with the addition of Tobin and Vero and Steph Catley at the time they came in, and Alex back and Rachel back, I think the pieces are all there. So hopefully we can make a good run now. Go on. That's okay. I'm okay.
You guys just talking about going ahead. How important was the goal in the 42nd minute that tied the game that you guys did going ahead?
Yeah, I mean, I think just about every goal was important, because every time we got back in it pretty quick. Just about every time we went behind for a 25, 30-minute spell, which sometimes you can go off the boil. I think we stayed on the boil, and we kept attacking. It wasn't like we dropped back and we said, they might catch us on the counter again. But I think we went after the game, and I think scoring straight after anyone scores, it's that critical 5 minutes as everybody talks about. And again, before the game we talked about playing a game like we're 1-0 down. Unfortunately, we were 1-0 down, then we were 2-1 down, then we were 3-2 down. But we've talked about that a lot the last couple of weeks, about being 1-0 down and what the reaction is. And what are we going to do? Are we going to be expansive, or are we going to go into a shell? And that's why I was a bit upset with the back line, because I felt that they went into a shell. Steph made a mistake on the first goal, and she just went into a shell. And I know she's 20, but she's a professional with one of the best clubs in the world. Go out and play. Go out and make mistakes. It doesn't matter. But go and attack. And she backed off a little bit. And I think it's a good lesson learned tonight for her and Emily and a couple of the young ones. So we learn by every game, and we'll keep plugging along.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.